The most unbreakable records in Fortnite competitive. All right, let's lock in right here. Every single one of these, I'm going to say if I think the record will get broken or not. Let's get the video started though.
What are the most unbreakable records in competitive Fortnite history? What is the largest comeback? Who has the most eliminations in FNCS finals? Or who has the longest standing FNCS Grand Finals win streak? Records are incredible.
I don't know if, okay, so I know Pollo's streak is 4 FNCS wins in a row. I feel like that record is not going to be beat for a while.
Contextualizing greatness in a game.
Because like, nowadays it seems like there's just so many different teams that can win.
Often records show how legendary the legends truly are.
Yep.
LeBron James with the most career points.
That record's probably never gonna get broken.
Phelps winning 8 medals in 1 Olympic Games. Wayne Gretzky scoring 2,850.
Wayne Gretzky's records are never gonna get broken either.
Even above 2,000.
Yeah.
What do all of these records have in common? Likely unbreakable. A small slice of aura from all-time greats enshrined in record books. There are too many records to list in one video.
I wonder what the main ones he's gonna go over in this are gonna be.
Truly unbreakable. Let's take a look at 11 of these unbreakable records.
Okay, we got a lot then. I'm excited. Let's go.
Their stories engage their likeness to be broken.
Let's see.
Starting off in Brazil, King and Phaser
largest comeback
for the largest FNCS Grand Finals comeback to win, ending day 1 in 13th place and coming back to win FNCS. Since 2019, King
so what, they went from
the
13th to 1st?
Region, which is why it is shocking that in the Chapter 4 Season 3 Grand Finals, he and his duo Phaser had a horrible day 1. They won their first game, but struggled for the rest of the day. They kept dying.
Bro, I hope King does good on NA, man.
Punishment for passive play, and found themselves in
King and Phaser have been together for so long.
They ended day 1 in 13th place.
Let's see, how many points were they behind? So first place had 326, they had 187. So I mean, what? It was over 100-point gap. I mean, that's not like super impossible
points,
though, you know?
Nearly 150 behind the lead.
Yeah, like it's a decent amount, but
for a team
it's not like they were down by like 300.
Every lobby on the region. But day 2, as you may have guessed, was record-breaking.
Look at that loot, bro. Look at their loot. Like, you can't tell me this isn't a peak weapon loadout right here, bro. Like, oh my gosh.
They fixed
those weapons were all so fun to use.
Mistakes and dominated, finishing second in their first game, winning another game, climbing all the way up to first place, and winning the championship.
They won by
the largest
what was that?
FNCS
Almost 30 points.
Victory in history, jumping 13 places, and would be very hard to beat, but definitely not impossible. The next most notable FNCS comeback was in Chapter 3 Season 3 when Commandment and Avery came back from 9th place on day 1 to win it all. We have seen much larger day 2 comebacks.
What did Pigstorm and Demas come back from? I think they went from 13th to 3rd. So I mean, it's not necessarily a win, but like people have showed us even recently that massive comebacks are possible. I think Acorn and Cold had a crazy comeback, won grands too. Like
in the top 5 or top
not
10.
To the extent of winning, but like it's still pretty impressive.
Record, though, is the most breakable on this list, especially because Epic often changes the scoring format to favor.
Yeah, Bucky and Okus. I mean, this is when 1.5x multiplier was in the game, though. Like now with no 1.5x, it's definitely harder.
Impressive about King's comeback was that it happened before points were changed to 1.5 times.
Oh, okay. So wow, they didn't even have it back then.
Let's look at the longest FNCS winning streak on a major region. NA or EU. Currently, the longest winning streak is held by Pollo, 4 FNCS titles in a row, which actually just ended in Major 2.
Wait, I'm surprised. Isn't that kind of crazy that somebody on NA has the longest win streak ever? It's like not on a small region team like Asia or Brazil or Middle East. On NA, Pollo has the most FNCS wins in a row.
It began in Major 2 FNCS in 2024.
That's impressive, bro.
He's actually not Peterbot. Cole could clutch this, but no.
Pollo and Peterbot dominated the entire season
1,092
and
points. Oh my gosh.
FNCS.
That's insane.
They went back-to-back, winning Major 3. And in the Global Championships, they completed a 3-peat. Despite being a key factor in their success, Pollo was often overlooked for his flashier teammate.
Oh my god!
So, when they split up, Basically, everyone expected Peter to make it 4 in a row, then 5, then 6. You get the
Bro,
point.
I remember
And as
people
the
thought that
season
Peter
went
was
on,
gonna
these
win like
predictions
10
became more
FNCSs in a row.
solidified as Peter's trio won every single divisional cup
Like
final.
this season right here, people were literally saying that competitive is boring because Peter could quite literally not lose.
But in one of the craziest
And then out of
outcomes
nowhere,
ever,
yeah,
Oyo,
Ager's Acorn and
Ager's
Poyo just won.
One major one.
That was
making
insane,
Oyo
bro.
a
One of my
4
favorite
times
grands I've ever
consecutive
watched.
FNCS champion. So could this
That might
streak
be at
ever
nah,
be
Globals
broken?
was definitely
Luda
better,
and Miro
but
got close in
for an
late
online
Chapter
grands,
2
that's one of my
and
favorites
early
ever.
Chapter 3, winning 3 in a row. And on non-major regions, Arkrum, Epic Whale, and Rex matched Poyo, winning 4 in a row.
Oh, okay, they
But
also
this
won
was
4?
a
Okay,
less
okay.
competitive era on a significantly worse region. But this was in an era before the Global Championship, which makes consecutive titles much harder as a player would have to win on LAN against the best players in the world. So it is likely impossible.
Yeah, that is
to
true.
break.
Part of their
Peter
4
seems
wins
like
was
the only
literally a
one who has
LAN
shot
win
to do
too.
it. Continuing with Peter and Poyo, who earned
Okay, question for you guys in the comment section down below. Who do you think actually has a chance to break that record? That is a record that I feel like can potentially be broken, but I don't think it's going to be happening within the next like couple of years even.
2 records in Major 2 last year. The first for most wins in a Cash Cup final, and the most
Every
points
single
in a
game
grand
win.
finals. A point
I don't
total
think that's
so
ever gonna-
high that it
maybe.
broke Fortnite's
Winning
score.
every single
Chapter
game in a Cash
5
Cup finals
Season
is
2 might be
literally
the most
insane.
dominant run we have ever seen.
But
from
like
a
we've
team
seen
in
multiple
Fortnite
people
history.
like even just recently win 3 out of like 5 games in like a finals lobby. Like Acorn literally won 3 out of 5 games in the off spawn that they beat after that they beat from Poyo.
Dominant performance we've ever seen for a whole season.
At the start of the season, Peterbot and Poyo immediately claimed one of the most overpowered drops in Fortnite history, Grim Gate. Each game, they not
Yeah.
only got
If
the
there's
best
another
shotgun in
POI
the
like
game,
this, it's
but
possible.
They got the Grim Gate coin, which gave them infinite mobility. In a season that was otherwise low in mobility. And they played this.
Yeah, they literally had like the only
Defending
rotation on the
champions,
map.
Cold and Acorn did try to contest them, but it went badly.
How does he have so many mats?
Dude, isn't that crazy? Just like how much like
2.
this was Peterbot versus Poyo, or this was Peter and Poyo versus Acorn and Cold, and now it's Acorn and Poyo versus Cold and Peter.
Oh, well, that sucks. You have really good mechanics, but guess what? You don't have good drops.
They had the best drop.
Was he talking about Cold in that?
and
That's
were
low-key
by
still
far the
true to this
scariest
day.
fighters. They completely dominated the entire season, winning every Cash Cup. And
That
in
was
the fourth
literally
Cash Cup,
insane,
they
bro.
got their first record.
Like the
perfect
legit
Cash Cup,
perfect
winning
season.
6 out of 6 games in the finals. Their worst game was a 10-kill win. Being the best team
That's
with a
insane.
disproportionate movement advantage seems like a confluence of factors too hard to overcome.
That med kit was too early. Nice.
And this record is literally unbeatable, only tiable. And at time of
That is
recording,
true.
Peterbot
Nobody
seems
can ever
like
break
the
it.
only player who has a feat in him like this. To put their dominance in perspective, they had more
Bro, look at that leaderboard. Hello? Bro, I see why everybody was saying that Peter's gonna win every FNCS just forever, bro. Almost a 400-point lead, and like, granted, it's opens, but still. 6 out of 6 wins, 11
more
elims.
points
Oh
than
my
second
gosh.
and third combined. So going into the
That's
grand
insane.
finals, to say they were by far the favorites might be an understatement.
Nice.
And they immediately backed up their
And then they hit
expectations.
1,000
On
points.
day 1, they dominated the competition, taking a 100-point lead, and on day 2, with a 1.5 multiplier, they scored over 600 points.
Right here.
That's just crazy, bro.
They finished with 1,092 points, the first and only team to break 1,000. Their lead was so massive, it literally broke the in-game scoreboard. This was the perfect ending to their record-breaking season. This
This is probably the most historic season of all time. I don't think anybody's ever gonna like him no-scoping somebody right there. Like,
to be unattainable.
bro, Peter was
First, day
untouchable
2
this
was played
season,
on
bro.
a 1.5 times point
Peter
multiplier.
and Poyo.
So even if a team managed to match Peter and Poyo's level, they would need the scoring settings. And like we have mentioned above, their drop spot was one of the strongest in history relative to the rest of the map. It
Yeah.
feels unbreakable. But if anyone can do it, it's Peterbot. Let's pause on Peterbot for a moment to discuss Kanata, who has the
right.
record for the most consecutive FNCS Grand Finals with 26 straight. Kanata has played for
That's
so
gonna be a
long
record
that
that's
his
gonna
first
take
Grand
a
Finals appearance
while to
was
break.
with Tfue and Fiber.
Cause bro, Kanata's probably gonna push that to like
Kanata was
40,
a revelation,
50,
and
something like
continues
that.
to be one to this day. With each passing season, the list got smaller and smaller, finally standing alone when Stretch retired midway through Chapter 3. For a while, he was considered, along with Thomas HD, to be one of the best players to never win an FNCS. But in
And he finally got one with
Major
Agers,
3,
bro.
he and Agers won. Kanata is still adding to
Kanata
this
winning
record
on
today,
stream was
but
so
at
hype.
the time of this recording, does not have a land spot, so his streak could be at risk.
Oh yeah, I guess if he doesn't
Other
qualify for
players
land,
have
that
gotten
counts too,
close,
huh?
As Thomas HD had 22
But dude,
consecutive
literally right now, more people saying that there's like a higher chance that they win grand finals than they don't qualify for land, you know?
Grand Finals
Like, I
appearances
don't think there's any
were
way they don't
missing
make land.
in Major 1
Unless
this
just
year.
the
Ruga has
greatest
made every
meltdown
grand
of all
finals
time
since
happens
Chapter
then.
2 Season 6. Acorn has made every grand finals since Chapter 2 Season 3, which is 21.
Oh, wow.
In order to beat this record, someone would have to be a top player for 6 years straight,
That's
never
insane.
lose focus during FNCS, and now make global.
6
And that
years
assumes
straight?
Kanata doesn't push the record even further. The next record
He's definitely
belongs
going to.
King Rusty K and Seun, who won the most games in a single set lobby tournament.
Wait, how many games did they win?
In Chapter 2, Season 4, King, Rusty K, and Seun had a Peter-esque performance.
Dang, bro. Stark season? Oh my gosh. Why do I feel like I mean, I guess Brazil, small region, but
In the Week 1 qualifier finals, where they won 11 out of 12 games.
yeah, that's insane, bro.
This record
Winning
is
11 out of
unbreakable for a
12
few
games in
reasons.
qualifiers
One
is
that
literally
they won in Brazil,
That's
which
never
is a
happening
weaker
again.
region compared to NA and EU. But also, this record was set at a time when the skill gap was larger between the best players and everyone else. This means that
Yeah.
this domination is very unlikely to be seen again.
I mean, I guess if like
FNCS
Peter,
qualifiers
Pollo,
are
and
no
Cold were in
longer
this type of
12
lobby,
games,
then they could
and
probably do
winning
something like
11
that,
in a
but
grand finals would be nearly impossible. Ironically,
that's
like
never
his
happening in a
dominant
grand.
season in Major 1, King Seun and Rusty K did not win grand finals.
Oh,
finishing
wow, they didn't even
second.
win
So although
grands
it
that
is
season?
Technically possible, it is practically impossible. Next up,
Yeah, that's insane.
more Peterbot, who is the record holder for most eliminations in a solo cash.
Wait, let me try to predict this one. I think he got 42. It was either 42 or 43.
41. Early in
Oh,
Chapter 5, there was a
41?
race to
Oh
see
my
who
God.
could
I
get
swear
to
he
the
got more than
first
that.
40+ elimination game in a solo cash cup.
He got
In the
multiple
first two
40s
cash
though.
cups of the season, Peter put up a 37 and 39 kill win, and Pollo
That's
put up
insane.
a 35 kill win.
Bro, Peter and Pollo literally just ran that whole chapter, bro.
This became a huge story as other players joined the fray.
Dude, this was low-key some of the most fun content to watch. Just high kill solo games and victory cups.
Most notably Reet and Marius, each
Wow,
putting up 39
39
kills respectively. But as time passed, no one could break the 40-point barrier. A feat so challenging, it seemed like even Peterbot could not accomplish it, until finally, he had the magic game.
I have it.
Wow.
I don't have it.
Restart your game.
Bro, I remember his tweet of like him tweeting out that he got this. Literally had as many likes as like him winning a Grands tweet, bro. Like this was such a big deal.
Nice. All you have to do is hit one shot. Do not choke out.
Top 20.
41, bro.
Since
That's
then,
insane.
no one has come close to beating 41 kills in a solo final. The closest since has been Peter getting 36 kills.
Unless victory cups come back and there's like
And
crazy
it is
rotation,
unlikely
nobody's
that we
ever
will
gonna
see
get
it
that.
again.
Yeah. Like there's so many factors that have to like
For one, the finals are much harder now as they are
Yeah.
limited to only the top 600 players in the region compared to 10,000 in the solo.
Yeah, you're
region.
just never dropping a 40 bomb in a lobby that's only top
This makes the
600,
fighting
bro.
caliber of the average player much higher.
Like,
The
you can
Chapter 5
maybe
Season
get a
2
30,
was
but even
designed
then,
for high kill
that's-
games as Peterbot
nah.
could land on the Grim Gate medallion and simply move across the map faster than anyone. And since everyone played for placement
Literally had
in the
infinite
Victory Cup,
rotation.
the games were who are way more stacked. How hard is it to break this? You need the perfect player, the perfect meta, and a format that no longer exists. Up
Dude,
next
this
is the
meta was
longest
just
break
literally
between
made for Peter
FNCS
Boyle, bro.
titles, which is actually very close. Currently, this record is held by Avery, who won Squad FNCS on December 18th, 2019, then won another FNCS on August 15th, 2022.
Wow, almost a, wait, is that over a 3-year gap right there? And FNCS wins? Dang.
These two FNCS titles were won 981 days apart.
Here we go.
Your first place.
Oh my god! No, he did
They
it.
literally won by 1 point versus Boo. Bro, Miro could literally be a 7x right now.
The
That's
difference
insane to
between
think about.
First and second is just one day, as Aqua won Trio FNCS 1 season before Avery won Squads on September 22nd, 2019.
Aqua and Vino, bro.
And won
Hey, don't look up what
Duos
Aqua's doing
FNCS
nowadays,
1
man.
season before
Let's just focus on his
Avery
Fortnite stuff.
May 29th, 2022.
Let's go.
But since then, there is no one even close to this record. The two closest players who could break this
Bro, Kanata
record
and
are
Aces are so
Kanata
iconic.
and Bugha. Kanata hasn't won an FNCS in over 650 days at the time this video
Wow.
comes out, and he's still competing at the top of NA.
He could do
Bugha
it.
hasn't won an FNCS since early Chapter 3 over 1,100 days ago. If he got another one, he would break this record. But
Hey,
although
Bugha could also do it too. Like, I know Bugha isn't
he is
necessarily
still a
like the
top pro in
most
NA, he
picked
hasn't
person
been
right
in
now to win this
winning
FNCS,
form
but
for a while. This record
it's
is
possible.
so unbreakable because it requires players to be at the top of their game for insanely long stretches, which is rare, or for top players to hit new peaks after more than 2 down years. However,
Yeah,
some of
this
the
is such a
players are big
weird
enough names,
record.
We won't rule it out. Next up is
Yeah.
a record that literally can't be broken unless Fortnite reverts back to the solo victory cash cups. In Chapter 4, Fortnite
Is this a Muzz
introduced
record right
players who
here?
loved solo victory cash cups.
One of the best solo
The
players in
premise of
Fortnite
this is
history.
simple. Qualify to finals, and if you win a game, you win $100. No one was better at these lobbies than Muzz, who won 58 solo
That's
victory
insane,
cash cups.
bro.
For a long time, Muzz has
58.
been one of the best solo players, but was particularly good in the solo victory cup format.
He was so good in victory cups. He was so good in like those top 600 lobbies.
Fortunately for Muzz, this record is seemingly unbreakable as Fortnite has moved away from victory cups to a new solo cash cup.
I feel like they
format, but
might
he probably does not mind.
Eventually
He made 4 times
add
the
victory
money
cups
in
back.
1 season
Maybe.
under the new format.
Let's
The next record is another Peterbot record, and
But
this
we don't
might
even
be
have
the
solos right now
most
in general, so who
unbreakable
knows,
yet.
bro?
Get the kill.
Wait, what was this record? I didn't even
Oh
break
my
it.
god, Pete!
They're record-breaking 12 consecutive cash
Oh, yeah,
cup
no, that's
final
never
wins.
getting broken.
To win even
That's
3 cash cups in a row.
12 in a row
basically
is
unprecedented
disgusting.
dominance.
Yeah.
No one has even come close to this record. To be this consistent against the best players in the world is unheard of.
Yeah,
There
this
have been
record's not
dominant
happening.
runs in the past. For instance, Unknown Army won 4 solo cash cups in a row in Chapter 2 Season 1, which is barely comparable to what Peter and Cold accomplished. Even the tournament
Yeah.
that ended this record gives insight to why it will never really be
Yeah,
broken.
and literally
The
they
only way
crashed 2
they
games.
could be stopped is because Peter and Cold crashed in 2 out of the 6 games in the tournament, and they only barely lost. To say
Yep,
this
to
record
Clix's
is
trio, too.
untouchable is an understatement. Next, Peterbot's most impressive record is for the most eliminations in an FNCS Grand Final. What is absolutely
Dude, Peter just
insane
has
is that
every
he
record,
has
bro.
set this in the 2024 Global Championships. He got
This Global's right
52
here, like, dude, for the amount of cheating accusations he had on him going into this grand finals, for people to literally say that like he's gonna do so bad at LAN because he's a cheater, and then for his best ever Fortnite performance to be at a LAN event is like just, it's
To put
historic
this in
stuff, bro.
perspective, no other team combined had 52 eliminations.
Yeah,
In
like,
the World
better
Cup,
than every other
Bugha,
duo
who
combined,
won
basically.
in a historically dominant fashion, got 20
With the most insane solo clutch of all time,
which
too.
would scale to 46 in a 12-game format. This tournament was the peak of the greatest run of all time and will likely go down as Peter's magnum opus. To summarize, Peter
Yeah, we're never gonna see a performance like that again at LAN,
LAN,
bro.
Most eliminations in a solo Cash Cup game, most wins in a Cash Cup Finals, most trio Cash Cup wins in a row, and most points in an FNCS Grand Finals.
That's
Truly
insane,
the
bro.
GOAT.
All within what, a span of like a year, 2? That was literally all within the same year. Like, it's insane, bro. When people say Peter's like out of his prime, you know how hard it is to even have a prime as good as this? Like, this is far and away the greatest prime ever.
Our final unbeatable record is held by Bugha. Bugha has the record for most earnings.
Yeah, this was probably never going to get broken either.
$3.7
He made $3 million in one tournament. Fortnite's not putting up that prize
untouchable
pool ever again.
For obvious reasons. The World Cup prize pools are never coming back.
Yeah.
Bugha won the Fortnite World Cup solo tournament, the largest individual tournament win in Fortnite history. The solo prize pool of $15 million is over $7 million more than the global prize pool.
That's insane,
for all
bro.
of 2025. To put
That's
it in
actually
perspective how unbeatable this record is in modern Fortnite,
one tournament had a bigger prize pool than the entire year now.
Beardbot has a lifetime earnings of a little over $800,000. That would mean he would have to keep up his unstoppable pace for another 6 to 7 years and hope that Bugha does not widen the gap. Although technically possible,
That's
to maintain
actually
that
insane.
level would require a longevity that we have never seen before, or a massive injection to the Fortnite prize pool. So yes, this record
This one's also never
broken.
getting broken.
And although we think these records are unbreakable, as 7-time Formula 1 champion Michael Schumacher said it best, records are always made to be broken, no matter what they are.
That's true.
Anybody can do anything if they put their mind to it. And we are excited to see as new generations of Fortnite pros try to push the boundaries set by the modern Fortnite greats.
Hey bro, W video by Clutch Up once again. Make sure you sub up to their channel, sub up to this channel as well. Do what it says above my head. Please use code KDOG in the item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.